You say you want to become a full-time producer, but every single day you're choosing comfort over purpose. Most producers have fallen in love with the wrong thing, which is short-term pleasure over long-term fulfillment. And in this video, I'm gonna break down the main hacks that I use with my mindset. It took me from making $0 in 2018 to $13,000 in a single month in 2022, and how I taught Jeremy to get his first $10,000 month last month, Brandon get $4,000 a month, and Charlie get $1,000 a day. And before we hop into this video, if you wanna know exactly how I brand myself as a professional producer, I have a free course on it that you can get just by going over to Instagram at Kobe Sample Source, DMing me the word brand, and I'll shoot over the free training on that. Now let's hop back into the video. The first point I want to touch on is the trap of short-term pleasure. A lot of producers say that they want to go full-time, they want to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, but year after year, we're either slipping further and further behind, or we're spinning our tires and we're in the exact same place as we've always been. This is because we consistently choose short-term pleasure over long-term gratification. And what I mean is you're staying up late, watching tons of Netflix and movies. We're playing video games whenever we have the chance. And instead of building our business, we just make beats over and over again because it's the comfortable thing to do. And it's like, if that's what you want out of life, if that's the reality that you want to live day in, day out, by all means do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have higher goals, if you actually want to be above average, if you want to be exceptional, then you have to be the exception. So the exception to the rule is saying no to things. It's having a stop button that says, I'm not going with the flow, because most people, 9 out of 10 people, are not where they want to be in life. And that may include you if you're watching this video. So if you want things to change, you're going to have to grow that muscle that says no to things, so that you can ignore the things that give you that short-term pleasure that make you feel good in the moment, but then you get that achy feeling, that hole in your stomach that says, I wasted my time and now I can't get it back anymore because it's my most valuable resource. You need to operate better with your time. And that brings me to point number 2, which is stop focusing on efficiency and start focusing on being effective. What I mean by that is that efficiency is just doing things in the right way. So that's making a really good beat or making a really good piece of content. But effectiveness is actually doing the right things to begin with. And what I mean by that is that a lot of producers are doing things in the right way, but they're not doing the right things. And so when it comes to being a full-time producer, it has a lot less to do with your appearance, who you've worked with, and how many followers you have. And it has a lot more to do with building systems and building mechanisms that serve you in your business instead of you serving it. So instead of maybe serving up a bunch of content to the algorithm, maybe you install a business system that either gets artists to come to you, or you can go to artists and hand select the ones that you want to work with and have a system to convert them into high-paying clientele that come back over and over again. That's the difference between being a full-time producer who's locked in, who's focused, and only working 4 hours a day to make $5,000 a month, and a producer who's grinding out 12-hour days, selling beats way below their worth, and they're stuck in a hamster wheel in a rat race of trying to bring on more clients to get custom beat sales, sell more cheap leases to customers who are trying to penny pinch, instead of raising their prices, charging their worth, installing systems, and being able to think effectively instead of stuck in that moment and that hustle mentality. You need to take a step back, look at what you're doing and every decision that you've made to get you to where you're at right now, and take responsibility and say, that's my fault. It's entirely 100% my fault that I'm stuck right now. And the only way to change is to break the mold on what I've been doing and install something new. And so the best way to do that for me has been getting people in my life that are where I want to be at, and they're at the destination that is what I feel like is success. And then I'll just follow their steps in that way so that I can shortcut. And I believe that's really the only shortcut. But to get to your goal, that's going to be the simplest path versus just trying to do things on your own. There's a 3-part analogy that compares dumb people, smart people, and geniuses. And dumb people are the ones that do the same thing over and over again. They never change anything and they get the same results out. That's the definition of insanity. Now, smart people go and see their mistakes, or they see other people's mistakes, and they've experienced a few bumps and bruises along the way, and they say, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to change. So they actually change their behavior. And I think that that's the best definition for intelligence. Now, geniuses are people who will go and examine what they need to do and say, what do I need to do to succeed? What do I need to run away from to make sure that I don't fail? And then they just don't even make the mistakes to start with. So if you feel yourself bumping against a brick wall over and over again, you're stuck below $2,000 a month in your beat sales, and you're just grinding every day and hustling and getting the same result and dealing with the same headaches and the same artists, then you need to take a breath, take a step back, and graduate to either that smart or genius mode where you can actually avoid making the same mistakes over and over again, and that's where you'll see actual change happen. The next point I want to make is that most producers are not the main character in their own movie. If you think about it, every great book or every great movie always starts with a call to adventure. But most producers are trying to drive their lives, but they're sitting in the passenger seat. In your life, you're going to have big problems. You can either avoid them and chase the short-term gratification, like I said earlier, or you can face them and actually slay those dragons. Nobody is ever going to remember or talk about anybody who slayed small dragons in life, which means the bigger the problem, the bigger the monster, the more opportunity you have to be great and actually live a great life that's full of fulfillment and gratitude. Becoming a full-time producer is not easy. It's incredibly difficult. Most producers never get there, and even the ones that get there rarely stay there. The reason for that has nothing to do with their beats. Their production is top-notch, but they don't have the mindset, the consistency, the willpower, and the determination to actually stay in the 1%. You're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm naturally an introvert, and it took me years before I even put my face in front of a camera to record my beat content. But once I did, it allowed me to go full time with my music because it gave me a strong personal brand, allowed me to get more trust from artists, and showcase my abilities and my talents with making beats. Which reminds me, if you want that brand course entirely for free, just go over to Instagram at Kobe Sample Source, DM me the word brand, and I'll send it right over. So you need to pick the uncomfortable things that you actually would like to do. There's always going to be a trade-off. There's always going to be something that sucks about what you do. There's no avoiding that, and that's just the way that life is. The cool thing about it, though, is that you get to choose your suck. So we need to have the mentality of, if there's something that sucks about what we do, what can I do every single day, even though it's not something I would really love to be doing? That can be getting in front of a camera. That can be sending out messages to artists. That could be learning how to sell with calls. There's a lot of skills that are going to be uncomfortable that we're going to have growing pains with, but that is going to be the avenue that allows us to stand out, have an unfair advantage, and actually be a full-time producer. While others are struggling, we're actually thriving. So what separates us as human beings from other creatures is the ability to look into the future and play it out. And so if you have two paths, and one you go down where you pick the easiest option every single time, you're probably going to stray off that path and fall off a cliff. And eventually you're going to end up in this place where all you do is things that you want every single day. You're so blinded by those short-term pleasures that you never actually accomplish anything, and you are stuck in a static state for the rest of your life as a producer. The other path isn't as wide, it's narrower, it's bumpier, it's got rougher terrain, and there's a lot of things that are out to destroy you on it. But the good news is that if you defeat those things that are in your path, if you actually build a way through and go out, over, through, around those problems and actually solve them, is that on the other side of that mountain is exactly what you've been looking for. So you'll come out there with a few scars, but you'll be able to enjoy and look back on the glory days of you slaying the dragons in your life. So you have to choose whether it's going to be long-term fulfillment and a few bumps and bruises, or it's going to be short-term pleasure that ultimately ends up destroying your production career and you end up being just another number. And I can say this, that I only work 4 to 6 hours a day, but have had multiple months where I have made multiple thousands of dollars per week. I've taught over a dozen producers how to make $2,000 a week, and they've actually done it. So this is incredibly accessible and available for you right now. And it doesn't mean that it's got to steal away everything that you actually love. It gives you more opportunity to do what you love when you're a full-time producer, making the money you want, because now you have more time to be creative, more time to explore the things that you want, and you don't have the hassle of coming home from a full-time job and being too burnt out to even make the beats that you want. So my encouragement to you is to fail forward every single day. If you are building up a bunch of failures, you can go and gather those bricks and turn it into a staircase that allows you to walk your way to success off of your failures. Just start imperfectly instead of waiting for the perfect time to start, because it'll never happen. You can either stay comfortable or you can become legendary, but you can't do both. Hopefully this video helped. If you want my free brand course, go over to Instagram at Kobe Sample Source and grab that. Otherwise, there should be a video that's recommended to you to watch next. So make sure you go and check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.